Hey guys, hopefully you're all here. I'm a little flustered today because I was trying to get something done and then looked up and I was really close to when I needed to be live. So I've been scrambling to try to get everything ready and I hope that I will be okay today. I'm trying to find the card that I have to show. So come on in. Let me know that you're here while I'm looking. Make sure that you leave a message so that we know that you're here and we can put you down for the drawing. And I might have to move this just a bit because I think my cards, are under what I'm working on here. Oh, you won't even be able to tell. Okay. Whew. It's been, hey Lola, hey Steph. I'm glad you guys could make it. Okay. How are you? It's been, hey Pat, it's been a day, let me tell you. So I've been like wasting time all day and making stuff and getting into everything. And then an hour ago, I realized I didn't do my blog post yet. So I had to try to get that done and it is not done. It's almost done. I just have to go and reread it so I make sure I don't have any mistakes. So today we are going to be making this cute card that opens up and has this cute little spring chicken in there. It says, "You're still a spring chicken." And on the front it says, "Happy birthday." This will not fit into an envelope, which of course I just realized about an hour ago also. And I was like, oh no, oh well, because I will hand deliver this to somebody. It's that cute. So hopefully you guys will think so also. All right, so let's get started. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so we are going to start with a piece of 11 by, I'm pretty sure it's 3 3/4. And I don't want to tell you for sure unless I measure it just to make sure, because I don't want it to be wrong. Yes, 3 3/4. So we're going to bring in our trimmer to put in the scores that we need. And I always slide this up because my score comes first. And we are going to do it at 1, let me make sure, 1 and I think it's 3/4. Yes, 1 3/4 and 7. So we're going to have to open up the arm so we can get further along and slide it to the 7. All right, and score. Okay. All right, so this is how it's going to go. This is the bottom. And let me get a bone folder so I make sure that it is all crisp. So I see there's 9 people watching, though I think one of them is me. So 8, not counting Pat. So a clue on how to leave messages while you're watching is to be in the YouTube, like go to YouTube and then put in the things. So then that way it'll let you in. All right. So the top part is 3.5 and it's 3.5 squared. Then you're also going to need, let's get all the pieces out. As you can hear, I'm dropping things. All right. Yes. See what happens when you try to get everything done at one time and then you end up not getting it all done. All right, so 4 1/4 by 1/4 inch is what you'll need. Thank you, Steph. I love that you're crafting along with me. 3 3/4 by 1/4 inch. And you'll need 2 of these, which if I can make sure I have it, because I think I lost it. So let's get out everything else. Putting it over here to the side. All right. You will need a piece of scrap bumblebee. And you will need 2 pieces of whisper white that are basic white, 3 1/4 by 3. Now, the funny thing is that when I put these together, the front one goes up and down like this, but on the inside, it goes sideways. So keep that in mind. All right, so let me go ahead and cut. I also have 2 other squares, and this is part of why. Hold on, I'm gonna lift you up one more time because I really was right in the middle of doing everything, and I remembered I had to get this mat out, and that messed me up. Okay, never mind, found it. 1 7/8 squared, 2 of them. So what we need to do is bring in the cutter again, and you are going to place this in where 1 tip to 1 corner tip are right inside that channel. Close it and then cut it. This one you can throw away, this one you're going to keep. Then you're going to do the same for both of these smaller pieces, but you're going to keep them both. It's very easy. You could get the dies, but I just thought this was easier. I did try it with the layering squares dies, but I just assume cut it like this. To me, it seems easier than going to get it all ready. Okay, I just want to make sure I get it right. Okay, and I was just a tiny bit off, but that's okay. All right, put this back again. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. All right, so this one, I am going to go ahead and bring in my squares that I cut across, and I'm going to lay them down first. Let me make sure that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to lay them down first because that just makes me feel better on my layout. Make sure that it all, see, that doesn't look right. It's too much there. Okay, hold on. We're going to just get this laid out, and then I'll move each one, and we'll do it that way, just to make sure that it's all looking right. So when I first saw this, this was on Lauren's Scrap Lot, I think is what she calls it, on YouTube. And she did it with the donkeys. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I got to do it with the chickens because these chickens are so stinking cute. And it always makes me think of the Disney movie Moana with that one chicken that's in there. Hey, I think is his name. All right. So we are going to have it be, that's not even, but we are going to have it be where one side is not plumb. So if you are looking at it and it doesn't quite look right, then that's why. So I'm going to do this bottom one, and I'm using liquid glue just so I have a little bit of leeway for a few seconds to get it right. I think that looks about right. And I am turning them over because I have writing on the other side. Normally I don't. And I still turn it over. Habit. Okay. I'm trying to get the same distance between everything. So how is everybody doing? You know, you can talk between yourselves while I'm creating and still hear because you're just typing. All right. But that way you guys can become a community and get out and visit, since nobody's really getting out anymore, at least for a while. All right, so I think I did okay. Does that look about even? Maybe just a little. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so when I put it on, I'm just going to do it like this. And that's going to go right here on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and get my other glue for now because I can get that on a little bit tighter. Okay. Now you want this to be closed so that you know where, oh, and look at, I did it the wrong way, didn't I? No, I didn't. I'm okay. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. All right. And that is way too big on that side. Oh, well, this barn is going to be a little different. All right, then we're going to bring in this. and it's going to go flat onto here. So what I'm going to do, make sure that there's, yep, there is writing. So I'm going to do it on this side. What I do is I'm going to put it in, and then I am going to put a little bit of tape where I see, because we don't want it on this part, where we know that it's going to be on the front here, and it won't go past. So then I'll turn it over. And then when we do it, it won't have tape on the other side. Good job. Okay. So then you're going to bring in your snips, and you're going to, whoa, and you're going to cut the whole part off, both pieces, both layers, and follow your roof line. Roof. I think it's pronounced both ways. All right, then we have that. So I was hoping that I'd look down here and see another piece like this. Oh, here it is. Found it. All right. So the 4 1/4 goes at the bottom. And of course, we are going to cover up the writing. So I'm going to bring in my glue again. So make sure that you guys like my channel if you don't mind, or at least like this video, because it gets people to find it easier. And I hope you do like it. Don't do it if you don't like it. But it does help me to be found a little bit easier, and I would really appreciate it. So, whoops, we didn't want to do the whole thing. So I'm going to go along this part for this one because it does go out. And since I've already started this one on this end, that's going to go at the top. That way it won't hang over with some glue. Okay, and the same with this side. And you're going to crisscross over top of this top part. So go ahead and put some on there. You could miter it if you want, but there's really no need. Okay. Now I didn't quite get the white, so it covered this up. So I'm going to see. Nope. It's just going to be like that. All right. Then we are going to stamp our cute little chicken in Memento. If I see where I stuck it, there it is. And I have some super exciting news to share next week. So make sure you guys tune in. It's super exciting. All right. So I'm only doing, it's the one that has the balloon, but I'm only going to do up and like into the string part because I don't want the balloon on this one. He's going to be hanging from the sign. So just stamp him, her, him, her. I think it's a her. And then I'm going to color it, her, with dark and light crumb cake blends. And I'm just going to do the outside. And I'm not going to do this whole thing, but I wanted you to kind of see. And I kind of follow the lines. And then I want her head to be a little bit more like, because it's hanging over. So it should be dark around her head. And I always color the feathers and stuff darker because I think they would be. Okay, so I just get the edges and where I think it would be dark. All right, you would go much nicer. Hey, Carrie, I'm glad you could join. Where are you from? And now I'm just going. Now, you're supposed to go light to light again, right? Light, dark, light. But I just go dark to light and then put a bunch of light on to get it to blend. And the only thing that we don't want to color right now is his beak because we're going to get that. So you're going to color it in, blend it really well. Come in with, I've got a marker here that is the pumpkin pie. You don't have to use pumpkin pie. You could use, the marker, but you could use a blend. I just had it handy, so that's what I'm using. All right. So, of course, you would do a better job. And then we die cut them out, and there you go. So we have that. And then we're going to come in with a scrap piece, which I'm going to use the other side of this. And we're going to stamp happy birthday in memento. This card just makes me happy. When I look at it, it just makes me smile. All right, then I'm going to bring in the punch right here. And I don't remember, it used to be called Word Window when it was this way, but I don't remember the name of it right now. It'll be on my blog, which will go live tomorrow morning. I am sorry that I didn't get it done. I was just happy as could be today doing all this other stuff that I needed to do, especially for my surprise I'm going to tell you guys about next week. But I wanted to make sure that I got that. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this up here so you can't tell this is so much bigger. I like that idea. All right, then I'm going to use, and I didn't get that out. Hold on one second. I have it out. I just have to find where I stuck it. Here it is. I wanted it a little bit thicker than what you would get with a dimensional because I'm going to do something a little bit different, but I don't want it to be pushed down when I'm nailing it. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to cut off a tiny piece of the foam adhesive because it's a little bit thicker and I want it to be about right there. And then I'm going to come in with my tape and get both edges, take off the back. This way it will stick up and it won't go down. But it kind of looks like, well, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, wavy. That's it. All right. So then I'm going to put him flat and just tuck that in underneath. Oh, we're out in Michigan. I used to go to Lansing, or really it wasn't Lansing, but it was close to Lansing for summers. Every summer we'd go. All right, then you're going to get a piece of scratch paper and the Stitch Shapes dies, and you're going to get these two, and there's only 4, so it's not, it is the smallest and the next size, and you're going to put it into your machine like this so that it cuts out this, and that's going to be at the top here. And then when we run through that piece that I showed you earlier, the here we go, bumblebee, inside the dies, let me grab them, is this die that looks like chicken scratch. Can you see that? Okay. Well, you're going to lay it on your yellow and run it through. Then it's going to come out like this. And then I just cut it along wherever, you know, you want it to look bumpy because it's hay. All right. Then it's going to sit right here, and let's make sure that this will cover the edges. Almost. Let's trim it just a tad. Okay. Then I'm going to put some adhesive on right here. Put this here because we want this to look like it's the hayloft, which isn't that cute. And I'll put the glue on this. Northern Michigan. So you were cold. You're colder than what we were. We're more where we went. I think it was southern. It was within driving distance to like Fort Wayne and Garrett, Indiana. Okay. I just remember all the mosquitoes and lightning bugs. Now my thing should have been more straight, but I didn't pay much attention to that. So it's not just cold, it's frozen. Okay. All right, so now the other piece, and I'm going to have it go sideways. When the front one went up and down, this is going to go sideways, and I am going to put inside You're Still a Spring Chicken right here in real red because that's the colors we're using. Classic Label Punch. Thank you. Thanks, Steph. Hey, Gail. Glad you could make it. I went and got Jack groomed today. They were very, oops, nah, don't like the, oh, goodness. All right. Well, it's going to have to, I don't like that right there, but we're going to leave it for now. I am not going to put it down because I'll fix it later. But let's see. Where did I put my other piece? I'm going to stamp the cute little chickie that's out of his egg that's coming out. He's so cute. And because we are using red and yellow, I'm going to use red and yellow in the hat and in his everything else. That's I think the only part of red. And then I'm using the Daffodil Delight. And of course, I should have done it red, then yellow, then red, because I'm going to make, and I know that chicks, I shouldn't have done I shouldn't have done his shell yellow. Got a little flustered. And I'm doing a really bad job of keeping it in the lines. But you know, this is on TV, so not TV, but you know what I'm saying. All right, then I have it already cut out, but I don't see it here. So let me show you. You would die cut this, and of course you'd leave the egg white. Let's see if you can see this better. All right, and then I did his hat and popped him up because he's just so stinking cute. Then I used, because this doesn't really stay closed, so I got, and we found this out, but Dual Lock from 3M, you just cut, let me see, I want to get different scissors. Oh, I'll just use these because I don't have the others. Just two like little strips, like the same size, and you don't need a lot. And instead of Velcro, these stick to themselves. So you just put that together. You peel off one side. I buy this by the foot because it is just so awesome. And I already have it on this one. So let's put it on this one when I fixed my inside. All right, so I just put it on here on the edge of the underside. And then if you can get that off. Yes. Then you just close it and then it stays. Now, let's see if you can hear it. I love it. All right, so that is for this card. Hope you guys like that. That was so cute. All right, so the next one is one that I came up with, and I hope you guys like it. I wasn't sure how to make kind of a manly card with it. I love this corn. This corn is just so stinking cute. And then on the inside, this is the chicken that makes me laugh every time. It says, "Happy birthday, I'm glad you were born." And this one's cracking and ready to come out. And when I showed my daughter, she just smiled just looking at the inside. So that's what I like. All right, let me get those. I have them all together. And of course, I have the a really cute pillow gift again. Of course I do, because they tickle me. Hold on, I dropped a corn thing. Look at how cute these little corn husks are. This is the part of the stalk, and then the corn, hold on, is right there. Aren't those adorable? I'm sorry, I love little things. Okay, so let's start. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and we're gonna go ahead and score it at 5 1/2. I know, Gail, you and we buy it in bulk. We love Dual Lock. Gail's a teacher, so she uses it all the time. -10 R degrees. Is that what it would be in ours, like for your cold, Steph? All right, so I always cut the inside and the outside the same. And this is the real red, and that is 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to be for both inside and outside. So let's put that on. So I don't have any ribbon, so I don't need to worry about putting any ribbon on it, because I'd wait for that. All right. So we're going to do this. All right, then I have a piece of black that is 2 inches by 5 and, hold on, because it's a little bit longer, so it's probably 5 1/8. I think it is 5 1/8, because that's 5 1/4. I don't have to look. I figured it out. All right, that's going to go at the top, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a border. I love black and red. I think I know somebody else on here that likes black and red. All right, so the DSP surprisingly comes from the Playful Pets designer. On one side is this that looks like hair, but I thought it looked like chicken scratch or whatever. The other side's got the cats and dogs on it. Well, I thought that would look really cute because it's black and, black and white, so that works perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, and that's 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I just butt that up. In fact, I'm going to go just a tiny, let's do it this way, tiny bit over. Just got to have a sure hand. There we go. All right, isn't that pretty already? Okay. Then we have these that come out of the die let me show you the sets. Okay, so Hey Chick was a celebration one from a couple years ago, I think. And they're bringing it back because they brought Hey Birthday Chick, and they wanted them to go together. And I was so excited because I kept this for this chicken right here. So then they brought this one out, but wait till you see the dies because they are so cute. Okay, I have them on tape because it's much easier. The corn, the stalk, then I don't know what you would call that. Is that the husk? And a tree limb, and then things that will go around the chickens, and an egg. And then I guess this is for feed or when I'm not sure. I have other things out. So, you have, let's see. You have the barn and a sign. Now, I don't know which one each one of these goes to. You'll have to go and look because I've just had them all in a thing. So, and then all the chickens have their own. Now, the only thing that I have to say is for this barn, do a little shim. Like I put a couple pieces of cardstock and then ran it through because it was hard to see the details when you went just once or through without any shim. So this was part of the dies, and there. and you're just going to put these on here, but you want to have, you're going to have to cut a little bit off so that it will fit. So I'm just going to follow this right here, and hopefully I don't cut too much off. See, that's not right. Oh well, I did that to the last one too. So they're going to go like this. Now, if you were smart, unlike me, you would put this with our adhesive sheets because that sure would make it easier. But of course, I didn't think about that until after I cut them out. So I'm going to just put tiny little dots, and you can come in with a sponge and use glue on the sponge and get it really well. I just don't have that right close. So, boy, I really do talk Southern sometimes. Fixins for the cards and right close. I think I've lived here for a little over 20 years. All right. So I'm going to put this one, and I'm going to try to get it in the middle because I didn't do that last time either. All right. Then, and you don't have to get it super good because you are going to have some things covering it. So you can use that to help hold it down too. And I forgot to tell my husband I was videoing, so hopefully he won't come down. All right. Oh, that is much better than I did the last time. All right. So we have that. Then I ran through the thing and I went over it with some black ink to kind of make it stand out more and look a little bit rougher. See if you can tell the difference between this one. I ran twice, like with the shim, and this one I just went by itself. I don't know that you can tell. It's really, you can really tell it better on this. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. If I can find them. Oh. Make sure I have it on the back. Okay. All right, so this is what I meant by this will help hold this down. And I do like it with it like this because I think it looks much better. All right. Then I did the, hold on. We have all the corn. They're so cute. And the husks, I think is what they're called. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I should have 4. But if not, we'll just go with 3. And then this cute little stalk. Now I know this is not the colors that corn would come in, but I'm trying to do a black, white, and red card. So gray is kind of an offshoot from black. So that's what I'm going with. And I didn't want it to be where I added too many colors. Plus, I wanted to bring a tiny bit of yellow in because the yellow looks, the corn had to be yellow. All right, so what I'm going to do is roll up my glue dots and put a little bit back here. Just a few. We don't need very many. Stuck on my finger. So let's just do it that way. And one more on the other side. So I'm hoping Marilyn is watching. She needs to let me know if she wants the pillow gift from last week with the scissor charm or for this week, which you'll see in a minute. All right. So that does kind of get lost on here, but that's why I brought in a piece of corn that I'm going to go ahead and put up on the top. And I need a glue dot again. And it also makes it stick up just a little. There we go. And then that's going to go on here. And then we're going to put this on top. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue and stick it on top. I did use a glue dot for this too, but I think it might look okay like this. Isn't that cute? Oh, it came through the dot. I love this. Okay, I don't know. I'm just silly when it comes to little things. I just think they're so cute. Okay, then put one down here. Here's another one and another one. I did have 4. So it is a little bit time consuming to roll up your glue dots and get it everywhere you want it, but I think it's well worth it. Okay, I'm going to put one up here because I want it to be offsetting that one. And then I'm going to do a glue dot because I didn't like how the glue seeped through on that one. Go here and one more. And then I had one of the corns at the bottom on the ground because, of course, anytime you're going to be picking corn, you're going to have it be on the ground. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. All right, so then we have the little fence, the cute sign here, and we are going to stamp "Hey Chick" on that. There it is. Make sure I get it going the right way. So this is an old one, so it doesn't have the sticker on the back. So if you haven't gotten this, make sure you get it not used so that you can get the good stickers on the back with the words and everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this so that it will fit on the sign. And I was just super thrilled when they brought this back. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and put that up on dimensionals too and put it on the front. Let's see, have it go a little cockeyed. All right, so there's the front. And then on the inside, we have a piece of white that is 5 by 3 3/4 that will fit on top of the red because it has to be the same from the front to the back so it looks finished. All right, and then I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus because I want to stamp "Happy birthday, I'm glad you were born." And I always bring it down. This is the one that I can line everything up with, and I bring it down to the second big line and then set it up so it's dirty. Let's see if we can turn that over. Okay. Then I have Memento on a little spot that makes it perfect to get this inked up. And then if for any reason you don't do this right, you can just stamp it again and have it look great. So I love my Stamparatus. And maybe soon I'll show you how you can make reflections using the Stamparatus. That would be fun. All right, let's get this picked up. I just didn't want that to get dirty. All right, so then I come in with my blends again, my yellow and my red, and I'm going to color the happy birthday, and I'm looking all over for it. Oh, there it is. All right. So I'm just going to color every other letter a different color because it's only 2 colors, so I don't have to think too hard. And you will be much more careful than I am. I'm not staying in the lines. The first one I did. All right, and then of course we need that. I love when you can color in letters because it just makes it even better. Makes it happier. So don't forget, you got to be here next week because I've got huge news. I'm so excited. I'm hoping you will love it. All right. Happy birthday. All right. So because we're running a little bit late, not too late, we're doing pretty well. I went ahead and stamped the chicken, and then I colored it with the red and the yellow. And the one thing that I like to do is do the tips red, and then I just keep going over it with the yellow, and it makes it really blend well. And I'm going to put that on the inside. You could stamp them straight on, but Pat brought up a good point to me yesterday or the other day when she was doing this, is that if you make a mistake, then you've ruined this whole piece of paper. If you make a mistake on this, then you've only messed up a little bit. And look what I found, the one from the last card. So I'll stick this in there. But this is the one that just has the crack. And I did paint this or color this one yellow because I wanted the illusion of the chick, and it kind of brings that to your mind, even though eggs are not yellow that I know of. All right, then I'm going to stick it on here. And remember, you can check out my blog tomorrow morning. I will have all the dimensions and everything on there. It's TedderBearStamping.com. My YouTube channel is TedderBearStamping.com, or YouTube with TedderBearStamping. Everything's TedderBearStamping, even my email. I wanted to make it easy. It's a good thing I married a Tedder to be able to say that. Hey, Jenna, I'm glad you could make it. Okay, so I really like that. We're going to have a drawing, and you can pick which card you want. Obviously, the one that I'll finish the one, but it'll look like this because now I have the chick that's there. And I'll fix the You're Still a Spring Chicken that I stamped. But remember, this one does not fit in an envelope. I can put it in a cushioned envelope, so you can still get this. But I just want you to know that it's probably going to have to be hand delivered. Isn't that cute, Jenna? I love farm stuff. I love chickens. I don't know why I don't have any, though Howie really wants to raise chickens along with his bees. So I don't understand. All right, so I wanted to show you one thing for my pillow gift, because I like to sorry for the reach, give you an idea. So Stampin' Up! Came out with these cute boxes that say Stampin' Up!, of course, and they go into a square. And because I have a friend that's very good at doing this, she helped me, or she did it, and then I copied her, make a little file folder card. And I put in some dimensionals, but I wanted it to look like the farm. And I have this cute, can you see it? Little shrinky dink of the chicken, because it's my favorite chicken. So, and with this pretty red ribbon. So I hope you guys will like that for your pillow gift. So, Pat, are you ready to do the drawing? And we'll see who won, and then we can figure out which card they want. It'll be this one or this one. Jenna, you won again. Lucky you. It's a good thing you came in. Which card do you want? Now, Pat does do it on a random name thing. So it's all random. And you only get your name in once. So that's awesome. All right. So which one do you like, Jenna? Okay. You can text me if you make up your mind because it'll go out tomorrow. I hope you got your last one already. So just thank you again for stopping by. Next week, I have some really big news, which I've been telling you. And I am going to be, I don't know what I'm going to work on yet, but it will be good because I buy all these stamp sets and I can't wait to share them with you. And I like to go a little bit above with you guys. So hopefully you like it. All right. So thanks again and come back next week and we'll do it all over again. Thanks, guys.